Hare Krishna everyone, Radhe Radhe. I hope all of you are doing well. Today I am back with another video where we are going to discuss about shloka number 15. Last we did was shloka number 14 where we discussed how Shri Krishna told Arjuna that it was his duty to fight, keeping in mind that both his paternal and maternal heritage demanded him to be courageous and to fight for the righteousness. Today, we are going to do Shloka 15, the continuation of what Shri Krishna has to say ahead. Let's get started. Yam hina vyatha yanti ete purusham purushashabha samadukha sukham dhiram somritatvatyakalpate, which means, O best among men, Arjuna, here Arjuna is being referred to the best among men, the person who is not disturbed by happiness and distress and is steady in both is certainly eligible for liberation. Anyone who is steady in his determination for the advanced stage of spiritual realization and can equally tolerate the onslaughts of distress and happiness is certainly a person eligible for liberation. In the Varnashrama institution, the fourth stage of life, namely the renounced order, the sannyasa, is a painstaking situation. But one who is serious about making his life perfect surely adopts the sannyasa order of life in spite of all difficulties. The difficulties usually arise from having to sever family relationships, to give up the connection of wife and children. But if anyone is able to tolerate such difficulties, surely his path to spiritual realization is complete. Similarly, in Arjuna's discharge of duties as a Kshatriya, he is advised to persevere, even if it is difficult to fight with his family members or similarly beloved persons. Lord Chaitanya took sannyasa at the age of 24, and his dependents, young wife as well as old mother, had no one else to look after them. Yet, for a higher cause, he took sannyasa and was steady in the discharge of higher duties. That is the way of achieving liberation from material bondage. So, here in text 15, it has been said that the person who is undisturbed by both happiness and sadness or the times of distress is steady in both is eligible for liberation. Now, someone like that who is determined for spiritual realization is someone who is unaffected, someone who is Sthita Pragya or stoic in nature. So, in the Varnashrama ashram, what happens is that there are four stages, which is Dharma, Artha, Kam, Moksha. So, in the last stage, which is the sannyasa stage, which is actually one of the toughest part of the Varnashrama, it is to leave back the attachment, as in to leave back the more of family and giving up the connection. Something that a human being builds throughout their lifetime, giving that up for salvation and going to a place of meditation far in the forest is actually very tough. But at the same time, it is the last stage of spiritual realization, because once you are in solitude, then only you can also realize the God within you, and at the same time lead to spiritual salvation. So, hence, solitude is an important aspect of spirituality. So, what happens is one who can do this in the end, let go, his spiritual path is complete, because this is how the whole life is. First of all, you come into this earth, you don't have anything. You build relationships, you build certain assets, and everything else. And over the period of time, it's an act of letting go, because it is more like a journey, and you cannot travel with any of the baggages that you have created. So, letting go also in internal ways, in terms of forgiving and accepting, and letting go also in terms of external ways, in terms of material aspects or material relationships. Arjuna has to fight because that was his duty, even with his own family members or loved ones, knowing that they stood in the evil side and he stood in the righteousness. Now he was left with no other option but to fight um, through his own family, and fight against his own family, not through, fight against his own family in the battlefield, even if he never wanted to do it. But because it was his duty and it called for so he had to do it, keeping all his emotions aside. So, Lord Chaitanya, he became a sannyasi at the age of 24 years. He took the sabbatical, whereas he did it for a higher cause or a higher purpose, that was to awaken the world to God's mercy and to help people remember their relationship with God, which they had long forgotten. So, what happens is, because of that, he had to leave his mother and his wife at an early age, and because he came in time of Kali Yuga, that is the age of darkness, so Hari Nam Sankirtan was something that was going to help in the liberation of all the souls. That is the reason that he had to take sannyasa, so that he can help in the cause of liberating several souls from the material bondage. And that is the greatest service to mankind, or to human beings, is to lead them towards God. And because once they find God, there is no other thing left. Everything else will be taken care of. God will show you the path on where to go, what to do, how to survive in the material world, but at the same time not get drowned in it. Just like the lotus flower, it grows in the mud, right? It grows in the muddy water, but it is not affected by it. It grows up to be a beautiful flower. And that is what human life should be like in Kali Yuga, where we are in the dark age, where specifically there are several things happening in the world. It is extremely important that we stay unaffected by it, and the only way to be able to do that is Hari Nam Sankirtan. That is to do the Mahamantra chanting every day. That is the only thing that keeps you um, in a balanced state, where you are running everything in the world, but at the same time you're not being consumed by it. That is the state of being stoic or sthita pragya, which is much needed, because if you get drowned in Maya, you will forget God, so you will miss out your chance on the whole purpose of why you had taken birth at the first place as a human being. And if you completely go into the godly way, so that way I think there's nothing to lose, because in material terms you can see that maybe certain things materially you'll lose, but in the longer run that is actually a gain. But God takes care of everything. Once you go towards Him, He will take care of all the material that is to be provided to you. Everything that you need, it will come to you. I mean, yes, you have to work for it. He'll show you the opportunity. He's going to give you all the ingredients, and you have got to do your work. But the interesting factor is that he will give you opportunities and he'll show you the way. So there's only winning when you are in God's side. When you choose God, He shows you how to win both in material life and also in spiritual life. So, the whole point of winning in material life is actually also to be able to give back to the world and to be able to go back to Godhead. So, that can differ for different people, but most of the souls that are here to serve the world, this is how they live in the form of Sthita Pragya. Alright, enough for today's learning. I'll be back tomorrow with another video where we're going to do shloka number 16. And until then, take care of yourself and make sure to do your chanting every day. Hare Krishna, Radhe Radhe.